Hi folks, walk and talk. Again, Smiley Palace. I can hear the planes around somewhere. Can't see them yet. Yeah. Slightly windy, pain in the arse, but there you go. Hi. Right, okay. Okay, once again the picture has changed a bit. Not in the way that I would really have wanted it to change, but okay. Well, although, maybe yes. In some ways, absolutely. In some ways, the way the picture has changed is blinking when incredible. It can only be God. It can only be God. Early this morning, I felt completely and utterly defeated. I said it, 100% defeated. That was 7 o'clock this morning. I had a kip, got up again, did another video, said I was about 80% depleted, 20%. Well, it's an improvement. Now, do I feel defeated at all? No. I feel the complete opposite. Absolutely the complete opposite. Absolutely the complete opposite of defeated. Like in videos before, I've talked about the fact that why would she look at me? What do I have to offer her? Yeah, okay. Recently, I got to the point of saying, I'm not that bad a catch, really. The reality is, the amount I loved, or love, still love, it's not loved, it's love. The amount I love vehicle, I tell any person, man, woman, would absolutely love to be loved to that degree. I mean, for me, it's, agape love. Anyone loving to that degree, agape love. I mean, I understand me. I know me from years ago. Never capable of that in any way, shape or form. Me years ago, I get with someone straight away, right, clothes off, in bed, bang, 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 there you go. And let's work out the relationship. Yeah, that was me. That was my understanding, because me, I was taught that basically, sex meant that the person liked you. I understood like as love, so therefore sex meant, if you could pleasure somebody, they might want you. That's my understanding. And so, first thing was sex. That was it. What was I saying the other day? In the video the other day, what was I saying? Even when God says, you ready for that? I say no. In the video, I said 1 week. Give it 1 week where we just say, no. We're going to get to know each other physically. We're going to get to love each other physically before we jump to that level. I said a week. As I was editing the video, what was in my mind was, at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks doing that. Why? Why? Because it's so far away from who I used to be. So far away from who I used to be. It's bloody ridiculous. Not only willing to wait until God says you're ready, which could be, months and months and months and months and months, even though my understanding is, if God says that, that we are joined, then we are joined already. I've said that in videos, right? If God has said you're joined, then you're joined. So that's sorted. All you need to do to be properly joined is to physically join. And I've said, no, that's okay, I'm happy to wait. Let's do things God's way. It matters. If I want the relationship to work, it matters. Got to do things God's way. Absolutely. 1 second, person with dog. Oh dear, yeah. Well, put it this way. Oh, I'll tell you, now I'm understanding it. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the most gorgeous, beautiful, bloody thing ever. It really is. As to who I was and who I am now, what I'm capable of with regards to love, Jesus. I say, do I have a lot to offer? Put it this way. That way, yes. Huge amount to offer. Well, as I say, with regards to the non-sex thing, why would I not be bothered about that? Because I love her. because I love you, I want to make sure the relationship works. I want to make absolutely certain. I don't want to be having a divorce again. I don't want you going through that. If I don't want you going through that, I want to make sure it absolutely and totally works. Leaving no room for the devil to get in. So give it all to God. Do things God's way. Absolutely and totally. Look, I've been a Christian 27 years. Have I ever been willing to do that? No. But for you, yeah. For you, for that love, I was willing to do that. Yeah. Never been willing to do that before. Because knowing, yeah, if we do things God's way, we're not doing things according to the church or according to the world. So therefore, the world's going to say, can't do that. Church is going to say, can't do that. You're going to have all that coming at you. What was I saying? You hold on to me. I'm quite happy for them to be hitting me. They're not going to bloody hit you with that, but they're going to hit me. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind that. Not in any way, shape or form. My shoulders are big enough. My shoulders are big enough. My back is big enough. Is now. So therefore, yeah. They want to hit me, they can hit me. That's fine. Yeah. And with regards to Christianity, what do I have to offer? Oh, look, if I'm right, even if I've only got a tiny bit of the knowledge and understanding, but if I'm right about where God is leading things now, where God is leading me now, if I'm right that that's the way God wants to do things, and I'm walking in it, how many people in this area, Elgin in Scotland, how many people in this area do you think are walking in it? Yeah, half of the churches are religious, half of the churches are very much going according to the tree of knowledge, good and evil. So how many people do you think are walking according to that? So what do I have to offer in that way? Far more than most. Far more than most. So therefore, yeah, am I a good catch? I'm a bloody wonderful catch. That's the reality. I'm an absolutely incredible catch. Looks wise, no. But guess what? That all fades anyway, so who gives a shit about that? Really? And I swear sometimes, I don't care. Well, I don't. I'm not churchy. I don't care. Church says you shouldn't swear. I don't care. I don't. No, I care with regards to, I don't, like in the car yesterday, on video. Off video, I was, I was being honest with God. And, I was swearing because I was being honest with God. I was talking about the issue of patience. And, so I was basically saying, go the letter after E, off patience, basically. But using the full word. Now on video, I said, I may swear, but then did I? No. No, because I respect the fact that I'm supposed to represent God, so therefore I don't want to be using the foulest of language. Not unless I feel it's really necessary to express something. These are words available to everyone. It's like that Chris Blakeby says, the church has an attitude towards people watching movies. Oh, you watched that movie? What are you doing watching that movie? Oh, do you know where that's from? God doesn't. God has no issue with people having fun, enjoying themselves, watching a good movie, being entertained. Not a problem at all. If it's part of your relaxation, God doesn't care. The church cares because it's all part of works, isn't it? It's all part of the knowledge of good and evil. Swearing is part of that as well. These are words available to us. God doesn't mind, not particularly. They're words available to us. They're words in our language. So sometimes, when there's no other word to use, sometimes that'll be the word you use. Okay. Don't make a habit of it. But, occasionally, if that's the only word you can find, okay. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to judge you. That's the point. Now, my understanding now. Do I want to teach people? No, I want to be a blessing. I just want to be a blessing to people. I've got people over there. Okay, I didn't see them. I'll go back this way. Well, okay. I've already seen one person with a dog. There was only one other car in the car park, so I thought, okay, that was his. Yeah, could be theirs. Okay. No, that's the point. What I want to be is a blessing. I don't want to be, someone. I don't want to be learning stuff so I can teach people, and to a certain degree, maybe not on purpose, but it's going to happen. Saying, look how wonderful I am. I've got all this knowledge, I've got all this understanding. Look at me, aren't I fantastic? Yeah. Don't want to do that. What I want to do is just, be able to pop in somewhere, bless someone, leave. Pop out. Because it's not about me. It's about walking according to how the Lord would walk. Generally speaking, the Lord didn't stay around that much to receive the praise, did he? He wasn't interested in it. The whole point was, let's bless people. Let's be the hands, let's be the mouth of God. Yeah? And that's it. That's what I'm understanding now. And that's what I want to walk in. Yes, does it hurt that it's quite likely I fell in love with a married woman? Yes. Look, that also means that whoever I'm supposed to be with in the future, and there's going to be somebody. There's going to be somebody, because I realise when thinking about her, that somebody like her is going to be really important for me. To be by my side, to be walking with me. So I can be encouraging to them, they can be encouraging to me, she can be encouraging to me. Yeah, very important. Is that something that God's still going to do? I don't know. But if he is, then I have to say sorry to her, because, I'm going to have to test it. I'm going to have to really test it. And when I say really test it, the only example I have of that, there was a woman got from God that this was her man. The man didn't get it straight away, but God put it in the woman first. So, the woman went to the man, will you marry me? And the answer came back, no. No, he said no. Then, next week, she crawled on her hands and knees down the aisle of the church. I asked him again, will you marry me? He said no. He said, if it's from God, you'll do it again next week. Next week came, she crawled on her hands and knees down the aisle, said to him, will you marry me? He said yes. Now, that was him testing it. That was him making sure that it was God. Now, I've got to make sure it's God. Yep. I certainly, if I've got it wrong this time, I certainly got it wrong 2 years ago. If I got it wrong this time, then I seem to be picking the wrong people. Move back the way of those people. That's it. If I seem to be picking the wrong people, then I've got to test it. It's got to be nothing to do with me. Yeah. It's got to be me testing it. It's got to be her doing all the work. And what I will say to you is, look, if it's not vehicle, then it would be somebody where I am much further on than I am now. So what I have to offer with regards to Christianity is far much more than what I can offer now. What I can offer with regards to love would be far much more, because I would need to love you more than I love vehicle. Couldn't love you the same, just it wouldn't be right, because it would be my love for her that you're getting. That wouldn't be right. I'd have to love you more. And so, things have to be tested, but would it be worth it? Yeah. So don't worry about it. I'm sorry you have to be tested. That's true. But yes, would it be worth it? Yes. Yep. Well, because I've learned an awful lot from this experience. There's someone else again. How many more people around here? Jeez. Well, I suppose it's been raining recently. Haven't got any rain right now, so yeah, people are coming out. It's still cold though, very cold. Oh, of course the temperatures have gone down again, haven't they? Yeah. This is probably the coldest it's been for about at least 7 months now. Yeah. Well, 6 months. Okay. Yeah. What else can I say? Yeah, I mean, with regards to church, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, on Sunday, I'm gonna seek God and pray and seek His guidance as to what He wants me to do, based purely upon the fact that, yeah, if vehicle's going to be there and if it's going to make her uncomfortable, then I shouldn't be there. Simple as that. I shouldn't be there for the service. Will I pop in earlier to say hello to the pastor? Yeah. Just give him my regards. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Again, seek God on this situation and see what happens, basically. Yeah. Can I say more than that? Nope. So all I can do is seek God on the situation. I can't do more than that. Not in any way, shape or form. Because at the moment, I don't know what to do. The right thing to do would be to, well, if I'm looking at the point of view that vehicle is married, if I'm looking at the point of view that maybe she's not going to the church because I'm going, then I should say, okay, I won't go to the service. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Unless God is pushing me to do so, I won't go to the service. No. Person's standing over there at that entrance now, so it's like, okay, I'll move over here. Move out of the way. Yeah. That seems to be the right thing to do. To decide that way. But I say, whether I pop in earlier, because generally speaking, I'm up early and I've always gone to the church early to prepare. So, well, again, how can I tell other people they should be preparing and I'm not willing to do so? That's a bit stupid, isn't it, maybe? So, no, I always do prepare. So, yeah. Does that mean I won't go to church on Sunday? Yeah. Does it bother me? Not really. Not right now. I mean, I will make some inquiries to see if there's any other churches that might be worth going to in town. Yeah. Yeah. Well, put it this way. I mean, the annoying thing is when I was standing next to her, she didn't have a ring on, which probably means she isn't married. But as I say, there are people that are married just don't wear rings, so no idea. She might still be married. No idea at all. Oh, more people. One person come out, now another person come out. Very popular. I'm going to start walking back in a minute. All these people just keep on coming out. They're coming out of the woodwork today. So, there you go. Right. Yeah, as I say, I feel at the moment, well, because I sent Bianca a message, basically just saying, yeah, the reality is that the other pictures haven't changed. There's still immense need for people to see God. Now, with that being the case, I've just got to get back on that path and say, okay, onwards and upwards, dragging this tattered heart behind. And when I sent that, I just realised, yeah, I've got to do that. That's the thing, I've got to do that. And as soon as I realised that, yeah, I just felt, okay. Yeah, at the moment I feel okay. Do I feel defeated now? No. I feel okay. In the end, yeah. I do apologise. Yeah. If I got it wrong, if I was in love with the wrong person, how many times, on video, how many times did I question that as to whether it was right? I mean, God, at any point in time, you could have said no. You could have said she's married. Why the blinking law didn't you tell me she's married? Yeah, for goodness sake, come on. If she's married, you could have just told me she's married. that would sort it out, right? No problem. I would have dropped it then and there. No worries at all. After what happened 2 years ago, well, as I say, I remind that. It was just a girl in the filling station because she was part of the worship team. When she was worshipping on her own, I saw her worshipping and my spirit just leapt. It was beautiful. Just to see her worshipping, truly worshipping. On her knees, just worshipping God. It was beautiful. And because of that, straight after we had lockdown, so I didn't have a chance to talk to her, I didn't have a chance to find out who she was and what was going on. So I thought, well, okay, as my spirit, that maybe she's supposed to be the one. I had no chance to confirm it or deny it, so I just went with it. Tried to step out in faith about that. And, no idea. Was it, well, at some point in time, just before the lockdown ended, or as the lockdown ended, she got married to someone else. It's like, okay. At the point then with her became the idea that maybe she's married the wrong person, so maybe she just needs to realise that. So am I going to go down the same route with... No, of course not. No. I learned my mistakes. Yeah. Whereas on this one, I've gone to God constantly about it, saying, Lord, can you tell me? Am I wrong? Is it me doing this? Have I misunderstood the situation? Have you put this love in me just to show the way you love people? I can't see it because it was so immense, but again, the way you love people is so immense, so maybe. Right. Well, folks, look, ask God that question. Can you put your love for people in my heart just for a day? Go on, ask. Ask God that. See what he does. See what he does. I say in that church, part of the reason why it would be nice to stay in that church is because there's another woman in that church who is very similar to Vehicle, very similar in her nature. The pastor's wife. Bethany. Gorgeous woman. I'm not talking about looks, I'm talking about her nature. She's a woman of God. Now, I'm not saying that because she's a pastor's wife. I've met lots of pastors' wives and they have not been that. They haven't. She is. And her capacity for love is... Whoa. I spoke to her for about 5 minutes at the Picky and her capacity for love is just wow. You can just see it in her. Last night in the prayer meeting, you could just see it. That love was just coming out of her. Whoa. Being around that can only be good. Right? Can only be good. But maybe that can only be good for someone else, not me. Maybe, as I say, I don't know. I'm going to have to seek God as to what the situation is. I mean, basically, if it's confirmed to me, absolutely confirmed to me, without a shadow of a doubt, that the woman that I fell in love with, well, the woman that God put on my heart, I didn't fall in love with, the woman that God put on my heart and gave me love for her, I still believe that fully. No doubt about that whatsoever. If she is single, and that's confirmed 100% that she is single, then okay. Well, no, it's got to be more than that. It's not just if she's single. If God has put the same love for me on her heart, then okay. Then I'll continue going to that church. I'd love to continue going to the church. I say on Tuesday my heart was broken. I took my eye off the solution, which is the Lord, and focus on the problems. That Bible study was awful to watch. Absolutely awful. If the pastor wants to speak to me about why it was awful, then yeah, I will be more than happy to speak to him. In love. I'm not going to have a go at him, I'm just going to express the fact of what I felt was going on. Certainly one part that was going on, he does owe an apology to the other people in the group for that, even though they may not have seen it as a problem. You know, if he's going to do things right, he needs to apologise to the group for what he did in that Bible study. But even then, even when my heart broke and I felt deflated, not defeated, deflated on that day. I was reinflated the next morning by God. But because I felt deflated, I still got involved with the prayer meeting last night. It didn't stop me. Yeah, was it painful Tuesday? Yeah, very bloody painful Tuesday. Really bloody painful Tuesday. That was not easy in any way, shape or form. That was hard. Really hard. So, yeah, if God still wants me to go there, I'll be delighted. I'll be delighted to go there. Look, for 7 years, I never wanted to go to a church. Now I seem to have found a church, so I think, okay, are they perfect? Absolutely bloody not. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Do I want to help them to get there? No, not really. Yes, really, but no, not really. As in, you know, do I want to help them? Yes. Do I want to teach them? No. Not anymore. No. I want to bless people. I want to be a blessing. I want God to teach me how to be a blessing, how to be a real blessing to people. Yeah? Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, is that possible at this church? I don't know. Certainly, if she's married and she still wants to go to the church, then no. And I don't want her to leave the church because of me. Oh, no way, shape or form. No. No, forget that. Vehicle, if you hear this, don't think for a second I'm asking you to leave the church. Don't think for a second I'd be happy if you were. If you left the church because of me, and I saw you in a few years' time, I would give you the biggest rollicking you've ever had in your bloody life. You don't do that. You do not leave the church for me. I'm big enough. I'm strong enough. If God wants to move me somewhere else, I'll go. Yeah, will I be sorry to leave that church? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a shame. But I've had to move on so many times before. I'm used to it. That's cool. I can do that. Yeah. I mean, in the end, you know, how this happened, yeah, etc. What happened, how this happened. In the end, it's going to be pretty much my fault. So I have to take responsibility for that. I have to take responsibility for the fact that, yeah, I've done this. Yeah. I put myself in this situation. You didn't. No one else in the church did that. I did. So, yeah. Vehicle, it's your church. Stay. Stay in it. Yours. Oh, I'll tell you, I've never been this sure, this secure, this, I wouldn't even say at peace. There's more than that. There's a power. There's an understanding that is so much more powerful than I've ever had before. I feel stronger than I've ever felt before. Yeah. As I say, it can't be me, it's only God. It can only be God doing this. It can't be me. There is no way, shape or form this can be me. No. I put it this way. You know, last night was awful. Absolutely bloody awful. Really, 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 really awful. No getting away from that, it was. Yeah, and went to bed, rolled over. As I rolled over, tears going down my eyes, saying to God, come on, you put this love in my heart for someone who's married. Why would you do that? I thought you loved me. Why would you do that? You know me. You know me. You know that if you do that to me, how it's going to affect me. There are other people who wouldn't be so affected by it. But this me that's been basically waiting for that degree of love, waiting to love someone to that degree for the whole of my life, and it's someone who's married. Yeah, that was awful. Absolutely bloody awful. I mean, as I say, in videos last night, I was having to question everything at that point in time. Everything. Someone else with doggy. One sec. Well, you saw the video this morning. Yeah. And can you tell a difference in my voice now? Can you hear that there's now a strength there that wasn't there before? It wasn't even there 2 days ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. There's an assurity now that I never had before. What it is, where it's from, I do not know. Do I feel that I've been lifted up? Lifted up and, wow. And made stronger than I've ever been before. Yeah. Going from the point of feeling defeated to basically like a phoenix, really, I suppose. Go through the flames, rising up. Going through the flames, do you think that's going to be a pleasant experience? No, that's going to be incredibly painful because you have to go through the flames, right? Not a pleasant thing to go through, yes? But then you rise up. Yeah. That's basically the closest I can say to explain it. It's just phenomenal. Yeah. How to go from there to here? Could I explain it? Could I get anyone else here? No. No idea. Just say, look, just realise that you don't know the situation right now. Talk to God, have a go at God if you need to. Shed those tears, do whatever you have to do. But just trust that somehow, God's going to get you through it. And even in the messages this morning, there was that little glimmer. Even when I was saying 100% defeated, I was questioning, have I gone through worse? Yeah. Well, maybe. Have I come through worse? Yeah, maybe. There you go. That was the first point. That was the first bit of faith. Am I going to get through this? I've been through worse, and God has got me through worse. Right? Yeah. And afterwards, getting to the point of realising that, 80% now. Only 80% defeated, so 20%, that's an improvement. Good. Cool. Yeah. Just immense. Just incredible. Yes. Oh Lord. Yeah, gorgeousness. Yep. Indeed. Well, so from now it's simply a case for me, I think, just focus on that situation with God, learning how to be a blessing, learning how to be that person that God's called me to be, learning how to walk in that, learning how to walk as a beloved son in whom he's well pleased, learning how to understand that. That's what I say about things like swearing. Does it matter? No, not really. Not in the scheme of things, it really doesn't. because God still loves you. You are still a beloved son in whom he's well pleased. Even if you say a swear word, it doesn't matter. God's still going to love you. Your sins are forgiven. Yeah? Just don't get into a bad habit of that. Yeah? Understand that that usage of that is still wrong, but, you know, don't beat yourself up about it. Just understand it, and, you know, if you use those words occasionally, okay, don't worry about it. They are words in our dictionary, so okay. Yeah, there are people that would sort of judge you and, you know, yeah, say nasty things about you if you were swearing in a mixed Christians. Well, that's one thing that Vehicle said to me. She used to swear, but she doesn't anymore. Vehicle, don't worry about it. If you swear, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Not a problem. Yeah, don't make a habit of it, but it's not a major problem. I used to swear worse than I do now. But look, in my own private space, do I swear sometimes? Still using the other words? Yeah. Yeah, I repent of it. I ask God to help me with it, but yeah, I do. Well, do I do it in anger? No. Generally speaking, no. I do it when I'm trying to express. Like when I'm talking about the love I have for this woman. I would use quite often the F word in trying to get to the magnitude of how I feel. Instead of saying this is amazing, or this is incredibly amazing, this is beautiful, incredibly beautiful. When you use the F word in front, it suddenly raises that beautiful up to a much, much higher level in our understanding. That's the use of the British language. That's how it's used sometimes. So have I used that word to do that? Yes. Should I have done? No, but as I've said on videos, do I have other words that I could use? Not enough, obviously. That's it. You know, God's going to have to, you know, improve my word choices. You know, for me to stop using those words. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, as I say on videos, you know, I'm quite petulant at times, but I quite like being petulant. It's cool. It's good. I quite like that. I have no problem with that at all. Being petulant, nope. I mean, it's pretty cool. I can do that. I quite enjoy it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I do quite enjoy being petulant sometimes. It's quite funny. Yeah, especially when it is funny. That's good. Oh, I love that. But that's just that childishness, really. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Getting back to the car now, so I'm going to leave you to it. You take care, God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.